everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. If you've watched my previous videos, you will see that I have been creating pockets and journaling cards or tags using the Chatterbox as my inspiration. So a journaling card, I created a journaling card using the Chatterbox as is, but decorated the Chatterbox using my beautiful papers from AntiquePaperie and some of my tea stain papers, and I will link the previous two videos in the description below if you'd like to check those out. And I have a different pocket idea using again the Chatterbox as my inspiration, so we will get started with that. I'll just pop my Chatterbox to the side. You may talk to us while we're crafting. Okay, so I just getting some tea stain paper, and I'm choosing this one because this has a little bit less creasing in it. And taking my paper cutter, and I'm going to cut this 8 inches by 8 inches. So as you can see, my paper cutter has remnants of paper in there because it's not been cutting very cleanly, so it leaves behind a little debris. Okay, so 8 inches by, whoops, just trying to allow for the wrinkling in the paper. By 8 inches. My poor old paper cutter. Goodness me. Okay. Now I think I'm wearing more of the paper than I have left on my desk. Goodo. So we're going to take our paper and we're just going to make sure it's square. We're going to fold corner to corner. And that's actually not too bad. I do have a slight variation down the bottom here, so I'm just going to cut that little piece away. Whoops. My blade is very sharp. Okay. And then corner to corner this way and checking again. And I have a little inconsistency here, so I will cut that little piece away as well. And I think that's pretty good. It's not going to be a perfect cut because the paper is tea stained and therefore it's a little bit wrinkly, so it grabs when the blade runs across it, but I'm just trying to get as square as I can. Okay, so taking my sheet, and I can see that my creases are actually in my corners, so it should be, fingers crossed, it should be reasonably square. So taking my piece of paper and I'm taking the corners to the center to meet. And hopefully that will give me a reasonable square at the end. Okay, and then corner to center again. So just repeating that process all the way around. Last one. Okay, I feel like it needs to fold just a fraction down a bit. These papers here were overlapping slightly. Okay, still feel like they're overlapping slightly. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to burnish the whole thing down. All the way around. And then I'm going to open up, and I'm going to do the same around here. Oops. Okay, so when we fold that up, it should know exactly where it needs to go. Okay, and next, did you guess? I'm inking. Okay, so going back to our final shape, I need to decide what to put on the front. And I was thinking about using, so I have in this little ephemera folder, and I'm hoping you can see okay. I have my AntiquePaperie papers, and these here are backgrounds that I have from the kit. It's called Limited Edition 10-pack Victorian backgrounds, and I've used these backgrounds before in there was a couple of things that I've used using tissue paper that I'd printed using the AntiquePaperie papers, and I think a couple of those were from this kit, so the Victorian background. So I've decided to use these same papers, but this time in paper form. So they're just printed almost like ATC size, and I haven't decided which ones I'd like to use. These are all from the same kit. They're so pretty. I'm not sure I want the dots though for... I was looking at these here and wondering about perhaps those. I really haven't decided, guys. That one's a bit more directional, so it would probably have to go that way. It's a possibility. I just want to see what I have to put with it. I really, really love that one. And that one's kind of fun too. I think those purples actually are very similar to... These are perhaps a little bit more of a reddy purple, but I kind of like that because they're softer and it does bring the purples into play. Kind of really like that too. Oh golly, I have choices. I don't know. So far they're all pinks except one, so I'm wondering whether I should steer away from the purple and just stick with the pink backgrounds. I'm thinking it might be... They're very subtle, aren't they? I'm like, do I want soft and subtle, or do I want something a little bit more vibrant? How fun is that? I really love that. It's got bubbles, guys. Okay. They're just so fun. Each one is just, it's so different from the next, and yet they all work so beautifully together, which is one of the reasons I really love them. See, there's some more of that purple. I'm actually loving this. They're kind of pretty together. It's a little bit vibrant. Sorry, it's a little bit vibrant with not the colours that I'm after. I don't mind that. And that's really pretty too. Oh gosh, guys. Oh, look at the chickens. It's too hard. See, I kind of actually really like that. It's kind of taking me to the wall. I'll see if I can show you. It's reminding me of this, so that, not so much that, but this side here with that almost peel paint look, that's what it's reminding me of. Okay, so we might as well have a look through these because we've looked through the others. See, so fun and yet different. Love them. And I'm not a huge orangey ready fan, but I really love that. Like, really love that. That excites me. Makes me happy. I love that too. Oh my gosh. Oh, isn't that pretty? I want them all. That's a really pretty purple. It's really pretty. Let me have a look at my purple again. Oh my goodness, it matches. I have to do something with that in this journal, guys. It's like perfect. I'm going to set that one aside. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for, but I love it. I really love it. Okay. See, that's really pretty too. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's fun. That's quite bright, isn't it? Oops. Let's turn them upside down because it's slowing me up. See, I really love that too. It's like a collage has already been started. I kind of love that that has dots, but in reverse to these. I'm going to set that. Oh my gosh, I love that. How can I even decide? And these are my favorites. These are the patchwork. So I'm not going to use the patchwork because I've already used them in a couple of things. More so on tissue paper, but I just love them. Love, 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 love them. Oh, I can't even separate them. My fingers are really cold today. We've had a really cool change and we haven't put the fire on yet, but I'm thinking it's only a matter of time. Whoops, before that happens, because we have just looked and we're in for a little bit more of the cooler weather. So I'm thinking the fire will be lit in just a little while. I really love that, and it's calling out to me, but I don't know if I want to use it in this piece because that's really calling out to me too, and that's really calling out to me, and I'm feeling like they would make really fun journaling cards actually. So I'm just pulling out ones that I think are kind of cohesive together. I kind of want same but different. That's pretty. I'm feeling like it's those four, guys. Oh, that's really pretty too. I think I'm going to stick with that one, and purely because this one has text. At the moment I only have one with text, so I only have one that I have to worry about direction as such. So I think I'm going to stick with those. They are my choices. And, oh, that's exciting. And I have here my little, so this is where my little ballerina mouse came from. So these are also from AntiquePaperie. And I will just quickly flick you through. I've printed them in mini size, so I'm hoping you can see them okay. They are so fun. And I've kind of decided on those first two to use on this journal, so I will just flick you through the others. My goodness. And I used this little ballerina on Bethany, I think I called her, Bethany Ballerina, on one of my previous journaling cards. And these are also from an AntiquePaperie limited edition kit, and I can tell you it is limited edition number 57. If you're interested, there's some really, really fun little cards in that kit. So they're basically the same size as these, like ATC size, I believe. And I've printed these 4 to a page. So they come with, I think it's 6 or 8 per sheet, and I've shrunk them down to do 4 of those to a page. So they are going to be my feature on the front. Oh my gosh, it's exciting. Now this one here, because it's directional, I think I'm going to put that on this side. Now these don't quite reach the corners, and that's okay because I would like a little bit of a border. I'm just looking at where that's sitting. Tell me, oh, I wasn't even focused. How did I do that? Oh my goodness, that made me sad. Okay, so these are the papers I've ended up with because you obviously couldn't see. That is terrible. That's what happens when I move things closer to the camera. I forget to refocus and then I lose parts. So all I have done is I have torn out my triangles from my... I probably turned you all cross-eyed because you were trying to get your eyes to focus. I'm really sorry about that. And I'm just going to ink everything, including these little... Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Okay, so we have those ready and I'm like, I've done it again. Oh, my glue book was right in front of me. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these down using my glue stick. Okay, so I'm wondering if I'm not sure I tore them all, or maybe I did tear them all into all bar one. which by the look of it is this one. So I can probably get, I'm not even sure if you could see that. Sorry. I was just looking at my scraps to see what I had left and trying to work out whether I had enough for each section inside my card, and I do. So I just need to tear this one. It goes that way. So I kind of am wondering, this feels a little bit heavier in graphic to me, and probably I'm seeing sort of a blue on there, so I'm thinking sky is what I'm thinking. So I kind of feel like I want them that way around. So what to put underneath? Okay, so these are my scraps of my tea stained paper, and I'm wondering if I have enough Now that little strip could work. I think that's too small. So let me see, I've got green, so I don't need any green scraps now. And that's tea stained, I don't need that. So this pink may work. Because this one only has a small amount of pink, I decided that that might pull the pink out a little bit. That's why I popped it there. And I'm looking to see what yellow I have. I don't think that's long enough. Green. So I don't need pink. I'm kind of after a yellow and a blue, aren't I? Okay, so that blue is too small, too small, too small. I'm narrowing it down, guys. Like, is that big enough? Not quite. That's not big enough. Neither are you. Okay, well that narrows it down then. I feel like that's not long enough either. And I feel like that one might work there. So, okay, get those little pieces out of my way, and I'm going to scooch those up here. So I need a starting point. Okay, whoops. Just want to make sure that's sitting where I want it. Oh my gosh, the wind out there is crazy. Okay, so that's one. It's like a little teepee. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, so in my scraps bucket, my big overflowing, yes, it's monstrous. It actually is really hard to get in and out of the drawer at the moment because it's so full. I've got this music paper. So I'm thinking I might just want strip, and basically I want it to soften that straight edge, so I may even be able to do 2 for 1, so 2 out of 1 strip. And because all my other lines are so square, I decided I would try and soften that little center join just a fraction by popping this. Obviously I'll have to tear the sides, but I think that's really cool. Okay, I think I need to start inking and gluing. Oh, sorry, I said inking, didn't I? I hope you haven't left me already. Like, I do try and ease you in gently. So I'm thinking I can start gluing. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I have some pattern paper here. Don't know if I want just a little piece of this. I'm like, do I want the pattern paper? I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I thought maybe I wanted the pattern paper to perhaps tone down or mute the colours a little bit, but I think I'm okay with it as it is. Oops, and I forgot to ink my edges. Not clever doing it after I put glue on it, but I forgot. Well, that's kind of fun. Okay, so repeat the process. I do need to take off. I think I'll need to use my scissors. I may have to add a little bit of ink there once it dries, and I think I want to add a bit of glue over that. I'm okay with it being a little bit shabby because that's kind of the nature of what I do. There we go. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to stop the video there. I'd like this to dry before I continue anyway. So we've done the very front, and that looks pretty like that, doesn't it? See, I love shapes and colour and lines and patterns. So we've done the outside and we've done the next layer of pockets, or sorry, of flaps. I'm going to leave that to dry. And then when I return, which may not be until tomorrow, I'm thinking, I will work on the next stage of this journaling pocket. So thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm sorry my desk is a little bit messy for your final viewing of what we've been working on. Let me see if I can... We have to put those there because they're just super cute. Yes, so we will be back again very soon and we will finish this off. I really love the line of that music paper going all the way around the outside, just framing that paper from AntiquePaperie. It's super cute. Okay, I look forward to seeing you soon, everybody. Happy crafting. Bye for now.